Hey everyone, my name is Katherine Martinez and I'm the Chief Media Director here at Mental United. Mental United is a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to empowering mental wellness and foster community connections through impactful initiatives. Today I'm thrilled to have you join me on our Running for Wellness campaign that was inspired by the amazing energy of the Denver Colfax Marathon. In this video, we'll explore the resilience, unity, and mental health benefits that come from participating in events like these. We'll also dive into the history of marathons and how they impact the community and foster them as well. Stay tuned as we highlight our organization's participation in the marathon and share an exclusive interview with Andrea Dowdy, the CEO of the Denver Colfax Marathon. So, let's get started. Step by step, minute by minute, mile by mile. A marathon is a testament to the commitment of the body, mind, and spirit. In order to understand the essence of the modern marathon, let's journey back to ancient Greece. The term marathon originates from the legend of the Greek messenger Pheidippides, who approximately ran 25 miles from the battlefield of Marathon to Athens to announce the victory against the Persians. Legend has it that he uttered one word before he died and collapsed from exhaustion. This word was Nike. Interestingly enough, this is also where the famous shoe brand got its name. The modern marathon made its debut in the 1896 Olympics in Athens. Since then, the strides in marathon running have been remarkable. We remember pioneers like Catherine Switzer, who was the first official female runner who broke barriers in the 1967 Boston Marathon, and Abeba Bikila, who ran the marathon gold in the 1960 Olympics, barefoot, making a historic moment for Ethiopia and Africa. Fast forward to today in Colorado, the spirit of these pioneers live on. This year, the Denver Colfax Marathon saw a record of 25,000 runners and 1,500 volunteers, as reported by Denver 7 ABC. Participants ran for many reasons, whether it's charity or testing their endurance, but a lot of them did come for their mental wellness. But for whatever the reason, the community did come together in an inspiring display of unity and resilience. Our team was very active during the event. Our CEO and Executive Director Zishan actually ran the urban 10-mile run, whereas our Chief Content Officer Naomi volunteered to support the event. We were very proud to be a part of the Denver Colfax Marathon and grateful to have a chance to speak with their CEO, Andrea Dowdy. Her insights into the event and its impact on the community were very inspiring. Let's hear her thoughts on the significance of the marathon and how it connects to mental wellness and community building.
Hi everyone, I'm joining you here live from the Denver Colfax Marathon 2024 for Mental United's first campaign, and today I have here with me a very special guest. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Andrea Dowdy and I head up the marathon.
Wow. So Andrea, first of all, today's the first day of the marathon. You look ready.
We are ready. We are absolutely ready. As a matter of fact, today was the kickoff day. So today was the 5K and we call it a kickoff because it really does launch our weekend. We have 2 5Ks and today we had so many groups of different people that were here. Lots of people running for charity, but also girls on the run. I don't know if you saw these girls. And for us, it's so phenomenal to watch these youth run because we know they're getting physically active, but they're also, for them, it's so much about mental wellness. It's about that happiness. All of us that love to run, we go outside and we get that energy and we're allowed to be with friends that we love to run with or our own. And it's just, you come back from your run and you feel wonderful. Whether you ran a mile or 5 miles doesn't make any difference. You've just been outside and had a great time.
That's so well put. And let's talk about, being outside and having a great time. We don't seem to do that a lot nowadays. So,
Yes.
How do you think for the community, for Denver, for parents and children alike, or for people like me who just spend way too much time inside, how does this event kind of tie into all of that?
For us, it's such a great sport or a great activity because I think all of us, we go inside, right? And we watch the television or we're on a screen and, that is not great for us. But for this sport, what we love about it is that all you need to do is put your shoes on and walk out the door and you've started. And whether you're run around the block with your dad, run a mile with a friend, it's just so important to get outside. And this is like, for us, easy access sport. We don't mind how fast you run, you jog, you walk, you run, but it's getting your foot out the door. And that's what's so easy about this sport.
Yeah, easy access sport. It doesn't really cost you much, does it?
No, it doesn't. There's two parts to it. It doesn't cost much, and you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to get out the door. And so that's what's the fun part. You get out the door, and the minute you're out the door, you're like, oh yes, I love being outside, and I love doing this.
Definitely. That makes me think a little bit about like how it makes it accessible for people who like, oh, I can't, just think about doing a gym membership right now or something. You actually don't really have any excuses for not running.
Now that's very true. And we all say when you go outside, you have your pair of shoes on, and you know what? They're low cost. They can be the same running kind of sneakers that you wear to school. And it doesn't matter because you might only be running around the block, or you might only be running a while or walking a couple miles. But just at the end of the day, it's just getting out the door, and you really need nothing to do it.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the Girls on the Run who are also out here, doing such a major event. And we saw people from so many schools, so many parts of Colorado just come in, take part, support their kids. It is my first time seeing them out here. So tell us a little bit about that. And they had their own 5K as well.
Right. So we had 2 5Ks today. So the second 5K was Girls on the Run. And these girls run all semester long, and they run with a volunteer female, and they get them to run 1 mile a week. But the interesting thing, I was just at one of the schools the other day watching the program. They're also teaching girls life skills, life methods, how to be actually really mentally happy, and how to embrace your friends and your family and mental wellness. So I hadn't realized how big a part of that curriculum it is. So when they come here, that is why they're such good friends, and that's why these girls are hugging each other and everything, even before the start line, is because they've worked together all semester, and then this is their celebration. This is their chance to say, I did it. I did a whole semester, and then I did really accomplish this with my friends. And then we also had this morning in our general 5K, we launched a brand new program called Colfax Fly Feet. So it's really about at-risk kids that hadn't been included in Girls in the Run, potentially maybe because they're boys, or just kids whose schools don't participate in Girls on the Run. And we said to our charities, if you have youth that you work with, invite them out. We will pay for their entry. Let's just get them out here today to enjoy the festival and have their first go at running or walking or jogging today. And that's called the Colfax Fly Feet. So that's a brand new program we announced as well. So we're really just trying to hit all angles. How do we really get youth kind of getting involved in this mental wellness, but also now they're ready for their sport. Now they're ready to go play soccer if that's what they're going to do at school that year.
Wow. There's so many brilliant points in there. I did catch that, like, we also are focused on young people specifically. That's a personal passion of mine. So whenever we do work, I like to bring that in a little bit. And with this program, it's opening up a lot of doors, opening up that accessibility factor that's really important to us at Mental United. We try to make a bunch of our resources free and stuff like that. So that speaks with us a lot. So today I met a lot of parents, even grandparents, and I spoke with them. Some of them might not have seen each other since maybe Christmas, but they're out here today supporting each other, generations of families, cousins, just tables with like huge groups of people. So tell us a bit about, the community aspects. I think living in Colorado, it's already a little more communal experience than you would get at like most other states. Tell us a little bit about that part.
I love your family reference about the girls and the parents and the grandparents. We even celebrated somebody's 90th birthday who was in a wheelchair at the start line. So for us, it is about that generational, that all generations coming together. It's an activity that they all can do together. That's why I love the fact that we talk about running, but it is really walking, jogging, and running, and it's being out there with your friends. So that's a huge part. But we also see these running clubs. We have Latinos run. We have Black girls run, Black men run. There are some running clubs that really have gotten engaged because it's such a great way for a community to be brought together. And then I was over at Bruce Randolph School, and it was interesting because we had some of the groups, the kids that were involved in Denver Kids running, and the coach said, can I get the rest of the school involved? How can I get the rest of the school? Everyone is so excited that this program exists. So I think for us, it's just that ability to say, it's a school community, it's a family community, it's your neighborhood, and here's something you can do together, low cost, easy access, and if you have 10 minutes available, great. If you have an hour available, that's great too. But you really aren't limited in terms of how you define, I'm going to go out for a run, quote unquote.
That's beautifully put. So Andrea, you mentioned that you've been doing this for over 15 years, and we also talked a little bit about the youth specifically. Tell us a little bit about, how this all ties into trying to just, get young people to have a better outlook on mental health, wellness, the outdoors, connecting. I think they have it tough nowadays. Like kids nowadays have it really tough. I think they go through experiences that no one has ever went through before that. So let's touch a little bit about that.
I think it is. I was a parent and I have 2 sons and I watched it too. I could watch what was happening at their school. And I think that was what triggers you first. As a parent, you realize, no, I want my kids to be outside and I want them to be happy. So you get them involved in sports and things like that. And I think that's what we do with this race. We really try to say, how do we get more and more parts of the community involved in just getting everybody outside? And I think the interesting thing is sometimes you start with the youth and you get the parents involved. On the other hand, tomorrow we'll mostly have the parents running and we hope they get their kids involved. And so we'll see the kids coming out. I love the signs that say, go mom, go, faster dad, faster. But really suddenly you're creating a day out on a weekend that the whole family's involved in and the kids are like, I can do that too. So I think that's the big part of it. But I think that family unit is so important right now. And I think just giving families an idea of what we can do together as a family. And it doesn't have to even be a race. It can just be getting outside and doing something like, let's go for a jog and a run and a hike combo today. And I think that's what's so important. But we're really excited. Every day people are like, what's your job like? And I said, I help people reach their dream.
Yeah.
And their dream might be getting more fit, or it might be running for a family member, or it might be, we're going to make a relay team of all of our family members. It can be so many different things. And I think that's what we wake up in the morning and say, this is why we do what we do. And it's just wonderful to watch everybody smile as they cross the finish line. So it's great.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you everyone for watching. That's it for our interview today. Catch us next time.
That was so much fun to watch. Thank you, Andrea, for taking the time and giving us such an insightful interview. The Denver Colfax Marathon is more than just a race. It's a celebration of resilience, community, and mental wellness. Activities like these release endorphins, reduce stress, and foster a sense of accomplishment. Moreover, engaging in outdoor activities helps you connect with others, whether you're walking with a friend, or you're in a local running group, or you're just greeting runners along the way. These interactions build a sense of community and support. So lace up your shoes, step outside, and take a walk or a jog. Let's continue to prioritize our mental wellness and stay united in a journey towards a healthier future. Thank you so much for joining us, and stay tuned for more Mentally United.